So, how do we stay up when life feels down? Hi, I'm Jamie Hebb. I'm a leadership and well-being life coach. So, this is such a tough question, right? Because we go through so many different times in our lives where we feel up, we feel down. And when something bigger is happening and it's happening to us or at us, we can feel very stuck. We can feel very alone, that no one understands, and we just spin and spin and spin. And it's really hard to find any anabolic energy and kind of move up. So, what do you do? What do we do? Well, one of the first things to do is to look at what it is or those things are that are happening to you, or it feels like they are, and take those in a way, like in your hands, almost like out of you, and make them sit over here that they're a separate entity from you. And then what we can do is sit at it and look at this thing or these things, and we have to go through this energy ladder to move ourselves out of catabolic energy to anabolic energy. So the first thing we have to do is acknowledge of what those things are and feel all the feels. So we get to say, this is so unfair that this is happening to me. What did I do to deserve this? Why me? What is this? And say all those things and feel all of those things and just feel sorry for ourselves. You have to do it. And then once we're at a place of like, okay, we're feeling sorry for ourselves. Yes, solid there. The next thing you have to do is get super pissed off, really mad. So you get mad. And this is what moves energy. This is what propels you forward, is actually to get angry. So now you get to get mad and point fingers and say, this isn't fair. And this happened, and why me? And it's a difference of like, why me versus like, why me? And you get mad. And get mad, feel the feels, think the thoughts, say the cuss words, whatever it is you need to do. And some of those actions, maybe you need to just, right? It's just, you have to feel it and try to just release that a little bit in your body. This could happen in 33 seconds or this happens in 3 days. So there's no timeline for any of this. But after that, the mad, then you can move into, okay, it's actually the start of anabolic energy by saying, okay, what piece in this do I have control over? What can I do? What tiny 10% can I make a goal and try to move towards this? Where do I have control? And then once we can start to feel like there's a tiny bit we have control, that we're not stuck anymore, there is something, no matter how small it is, then you can move to a place of compassion. And compassion for yourself and giving yourself grace and acknowledge everything that you have been through, that you've gone through, that's been happening, and say, you are so strong. Look at what you did. You have this positive self-talk. And having this entity sitting outside of you, you can talk to it about, what is this? How can I stay in that with giving grace versus feeling sorry for myself or getting the anger? This is how we move to this anabolic state. And then from there, we can keep on moving up. But those are the first 3-4 steps. So I wanted to share those. So I just want to acknowledge life. Life is life, right? There's a lot that goes on around us all the time. And we don't always know everyone's story of what's going on. So the best thing you can do is do this for yourself. Hopefully you have someone you can confide in and talk through this and ask them and tell them what you need. That you need that validation of what you're going through. That can also help you move through some steps. Hang in there if you're going through some tough stuff, and you're not alone. You can always reach out, and I wish you the best.